how much crap you pulling out of there?
Look, there's just tons of silicone that was in the...
Yeah, that's where it collects.
area, you know?
Did you scrape the crap out of the bearing race this side? No, you left that in there. Why'd you take that out? What about the silicone in the bearing you put in there? I'm sure that doesn't make any difference. We're probably going to change that bearing anyway, right? Get my way. There's Scooby over there hiding. Okay, I got this cleaned up a little bit. So now I'll go ahead and push the crank out. I didn't take the crank apart yet. I want to see how true it was. So I'm going to go ahead and press this out in a press. Oh, there's where you put the VIN number, over here. What'd you do over here? What are you eating on? It's fresh. What'd you do on it?
Fresh.
You had to rub it on the side of the flywheel or something? Side of the transmission when you came over?
Oh, they were all packaged pretty well. Probably had something to do with the just assembly somewhere.
It's still a bit discolored through there, but it's still nice and smooth. Good. You done over your plans? Did you get it all out yet? No. Most of it. Defect out there. Look at that. There's more corrosion, see?
Mm-hmm.
The same crap that was in there is down there. Same acid. All right. You want Scooby? Scooby's waiting. Scooby's waiting for help. Okay, you gonna press this part now?
Let's do it.
Let's go. What are you doing? What are you waiting for? How you get it out? What are you gonna do?
We'll take it over to the press.
What are we gonna do over there?
Push it out, right?
Push. Can't you just hit with a big sledgehammer and knock it out?
I don't know.
Sure. Got a sledgehammer? I also heard there's a 5-pound hammer out there. Someone's gonna send me. I don't have a 5-pound hammer. They said knock everything out with a 5-pound hammer. I don't have a 5-pound hammer.
Have anything that small?
None of those hammers over there are 5 pounds. We got 3 pounds. We got 2.5 pound. Got 1.5 pound. I got a 20-pound sledgehammer back, and I got a bunch of lead hammers, but they weigh a lot more than 5 pounds. Even a small lead hammer weighs more than 5 pounds. Here you go. Don't break my camera. You're supposed to be working. At least set the press up for me. You make me deal with the ground again.
Right.
That's right. Is that the right distance?
Looks pretty great.
Did you measure it? Make sure. How heavy is this 40-pound flywheel weigh?
About 60.
Okay. I don't think so. But it is hit. Oh, you missed it by a little bit. You weren't quite wide enough. Is everything flat? Yeah, looks good.
Looks good.
If you do this with a twin cam case, it breaks in half.
Really?
Yeah, but being a Harley, you can do this kind of shit.
Like a glove.
There you go. Didn't fall apart yet. How's this one look?
Looks like we're going to replace it no matter what for this deep. Right?
Pretty brown in there. Why are you so close? We can solve it all over the place. Here's a clean towel. I should be using this one. It's Scooby in your way. Don't worry, he'll do it. You're not in Scooby's way too much. Don't worry about him. Okay, scrutinize that, see what you think. Kind of brown tint and everything for some reason. What do you think? Throw it away?
Yeah.
Why
I mean, we're this deep. We gotta replace it, right?
Don't lean back in. Not me, I'm cheap. Pox is attacking me over here. Bunch of cords in the way. You would never know there's a bunch of crap in my way. Look at that. One without plugged in for. And there it is. No more. You got plugged in back here. I unplugged your vibrator. Looks like you were doing a 45 or Sportster last. They'll be too close together. There used to be a mark somewhere I could see. Can't see no more, but I'm gonna go about. Yeah, what do you think? About there?
All right.
Let's see if it's close. Not close, we just move it. I'll put some new oil on my taper. It's going to make us concerned about me beating on my bike or adjusting my tools. The seat's in my way. We got too much crap in the way over here. Motors everywhere. Junk. If you actually get any work around here, you can have this half this crap out of here in a few weeks. Crank out. Oh, there it is. You hide that from me? Oh, it's got silicone on it.
Got silicone everywhere on this thing.
It's got a white dot. Something important. This is made by R. R made this. The rods are tight. Alright, is this heavy? Maybe. Feet. No room. Oh, you're way the hell off. Look at that. Missed it by that much. How much that much was? About that much. There we go, much better. Oh, jeez. 16th more. Give it an eighth, just to make sure. Okay, one more time. How many times is that?
Third time's a charm.
Okay, that's thing out of the way. How much does bike shake when you rode it last?
Everything was a little shaky on this thing when I rode it. Probably shouldn't have been on the road.
Nice. Look at that. He ain't moving. Just sat over about half a line. That's pretty damn nice. I'm shocked. Someone did a good job. Not bad at all.
Look at that. We can get lucky sometimes, huh, Tatro? That shit don't happen. That stuff don't happen.
We don't know if it's any good, but it's straight. It's like an S&S crank. It's really good and straight, but you take it apart, it's all screwed up on the inside. But gotta rehome everything. Come on, move it. Go, 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 go. Come on, move it. There you go. Good boy. So what'd you look at over here? What'd you find? No big pitsies?
No, she looks okay.
Just used. Silicone falling over my fingers. What's that right there? Silicone. You're trying to sabotage me by making it look bad. There's be a lot of crap coming off the case over here. You get some silicone in there somewhere?
They got pretty happy with the silicone, whoever had this apart.
Yeah, that's factory. That brown stuff is factory silicone. Old. That's factory. Alright, that's good. Got a lot of miles on it, but it's usable. I like a little bit thicker space and a little more clearance for performance applications, of course. One thing we got right here. Look at these tools over here in the way. So you got your stupid ass tools out of the way, you got to run to work. Look at that. I gained 6 more inches over here. Alright, we got a little dinky ass nut they went to. They took the big shoulder off that gave you a lot more support. They kept the hex the same size, but took off the big round shoulder they had that made it straighter. Guess you want to have all that extra support. So 83A is the new nut that has the 1.5 inch diameter. That must have came out 6 months after they made this one. That wasn't that tight. You also there's no lock tabs on anything. And no Loctite either. It smells burnt oil. So no Loctite, no lock tabs. That's what Harley used. That's original. Not too good. This is not 5 pounds, this is only 3 pounds. 2 hits. Look at the damage I did to that float. I put a smear mark there and there. Hey, look at the nice eating up that's getting going on there. Shoobies in there watching.
Oops, is he doing it right? Huh?
No, no.
Is he doing it right, bud?
Never. Bearings are tight. Just got evil rods in your shovel head. $82. So that mean evil rods are not evil, they're shovel head rods?
How did you get these 82 parts in my 83 bike? Explain that one.
Yeah.
Cheating. Somebody's cheating somewhere.
Typical Harley, 1-hole crank pin. So you can see that brown action going on again. See a little bit of wear right there. Can't feel it, but you can see it. It's not pitting or anything, so it's still usable. Good thing I wasn't right. Look how blue, how heavily worn it is right there, discolored. See over here, there's no wear to speak of. I think it's really heavy pressure down there. It's got that brown going to it. Looks like the oil wasn't exactly the best quality for oil in this thing, would be my guess.
He told me he ran Harley Davidson oil in it. It's full
Well,
life.
I rest my case. You can see the brown marks there again, the heavy load's at. Over here where you don't have the load, see it's just more even. Okay, let's go see if it's round. I'm gonna walk on you. See, are they out around? Is that why they're tight? So you only have 8/10 clearance, and you got 5/10 out around. Does that make it tight on one side? Maybe that explains it. See? So somebody was running the motor. That's 6 on that one. So these need to be honed a little bit to make it more equal.
Okay.
They're being run fairly hard to make them out around that far. Half a pallet around. I'm assuming they didn't come from the factory that way. Now we are getting a lot of debris in the motor. See all the fresh chunko going on? You can see the cage is half round off here. See how thick the cage is? See how it's thinner? It's missing. So all that metal that's being transferred is also showing it right here. So when this motor ran last, the oil was not doing a very good job. Or the damage had already started and you just kept it going. It started seizing up on you and galling up and the metal's going in a circle. And it just kept chewing itself up. That's what that's all showing right there is the chew up marks. See, see how it matches?
Yep.
It's eating itself into everything. So I don't know why that's doing that. So I have been known to take these and back and give them a quick grind to flatten them out a little bit and put them back in. That way you get away from the fresh torn up metal.
Right.
And you start fresh. And you run good oil. Work halfway decent. See how they got the heavy marks in it again? We don't need that cage, did we? Because otherwise these are junk. So I'd say throw a quick hone on these, trim all up. We'll take a quick look at the rollers and then throw it all back together.
Okay.
If you want to put new cages and rollers in it, we can do that. Get these rounded out a little bit, fit them up for whatever size. It's probably the same size roller we use. It just make them round. That'll give us a little extra clearance and make it even. You'll be fine. Okay. When things get tight, they start thrusting on you, and that's what caused a lot of these wears in here. Obviously, the crank was true, because otherwise I'd say the crank was out of true, causing the thrust. But it wasn't. It was true. We're assuming the rods aren't bent. We can put them on the rod checker and check them. That shouldn't be too bad. I'm assuming they're not really worn that much. Where's those new pistons at?
I got them in the back of the parts. Can we grab them?
No. My own wrist pin here. See, it's not really worn too bad. It's just loose, but it's like a racing fit right now. Hear it?
Yep.
It's like a race. It's nice and even. So there's no wear that's causing it to do that. So it's just, I don't know why it started doing that, but obviously once it started doing it, it just kept going in a circle.
Was eating it.
Yeah, with a single hole crank pin, you're not getting a real good supply of oil going across the whole face and blowing everything out.
Right.
You know, you got oil in there obviously, but it's not a super heavy amount of it going everywhere. That's the advantage of on a 2-hole or a 3-hole. It spreads the oil out further. But anyway, I don't know what's causing it to do that, but obviously it was doing it. So the minimum I would do is I'd hone these out, get that half thou out of there, and put it back together.
Okay. Good.
And we'll just grind these things flat. If you want to put new race and kit bearings in it, we can do that. You know, whatever you want to do, we can do.
Okay.
The Timken is looks, you know, it's got wear, but it's all right. There's nothing, nothing saying it's bad. It's just, it looks like it's been run without quite the lubrication it wanted, because you got the discolorization going on in there. So, you know, it's showing a little bit of heat, but not a lot of heat. Now, it might just be you in Vegas, you know, running down the strip back and forth, waving to your buddies. And,
this is a Seattle bike. Olympia, Washington. I found this.
for you in Vegas riding up and down the strip.
I only put about maybe 200 miles on this.
Well, you could do that in 200 miles if you cooked the shit out of it.
Maybe.
Olympia, Washington, I assume they don't have a lot of traffic there, so I don't know why it'd be.
It'd be a lot cooler too.
Yeah, the oil would still be working. But anyway, the oil is not quite what it could be, obviously. Maybe you had real light oil in it, I don't know. Maybe put 2050 in it instead of straight weight, I don't know. Ooh, look at that. I think I need to clean them again. And you know what's over here, don't you?
Say that again?
You know what's over here, don't you?
What's that?
The library of your motor.
Really?
How much goo is in there is how bad the motor is.
There's some goo there.
Well, a little bit you're going to get, but yeah, that's where it collects. The centrifugal force shoves it out to the flywheel and catches in there. That's all your piston wear. So it tells you how much damage you've had over the years from pistons and stuff. But so not too bad. Okay, so I'm gonna clean this all up. We'll be back.